I'm Chaya. Thanks for joining me for this Saturna Sunrise Series workout. These workouts are really focusing on improving posture, joint and spinal health, and increasing strength. So we're gonna do another band exercise today. The only equipment you're gonna need for this is a resistance band. I'm gonna put that down for now because we're gonna start with some gentle warm up. So just starting by taking a nice stance, bringing that focus into the posture. We're gonna tip the pelvis under, contracting the abdominals, leave a nice soft knee, and then lifting up through the upper body, roll the shoulders back and down, nice long neck, arms out to the side. We're just gonna start with some nice little circles. And if you turn up the sound a bit, you can probably hear the birds this morning. And then pause into the other direction, coming forward, small circles, feeling strong through the shoulders, feeling the upper back, waking up. And then coming down with the arms, and we're gonna go single circles, nice and wide. Feel the full range of motion through the shoulder. Two more. And then let's do a few the other way. So big circles in the opposite direction. Couple more. Okay, arms down. Bringing the knee up in front and then open to the side and down. Really opening through the hip here. Down. Practicing balance. Balance is another muscle, I guess you could say, made up of the muscles that we use for balance, that becomes better and stronger with repetitive practice. Get that cerebellum working, helping us stay balanced. And then pause here. Let's go the opposite. So coming out to the side, forward and down. One more. Okay, switching sides, finding balance on the second leg, knee up center, out to the side and down. Find your breathing in everything you do with exercise. And of course, if you're feeling unsteady, you're always welcome to use a chair or a countertop, just for a couple fingers, which will really help stabilize you. One more. And then a few into the opposite. So come out to the side and back over. One more. Okay, and let's just take it up to a little jog. So you can either just march, keep it low impact so you're not actually coming up off the ground. You're just lifting those legs up one at a time, or you can bring it up to a little jog. Start increasing the heart rate, getting oxygen, traveling faster to where it's needed. Beautiful morning. Just for another 10 seconds. 2, 1, good. And then lift up those hamstring curls, kick the butt. And I love this one where you squeeze the arms, really bringing those elbows back and waking up the deep upper back muscles, our posterior muscles. Squeezing the shoulder blades each time. Let's take it for a few doubles. We're gonna double it up on each side. Squeezing each huge kick. One more double, and let's finish with 16 singles. 16. And 8, 4, 2, and 1. Good. That's all we need for a warm-up. We're gonna get that band going and start working into that strength work. We're gonna start up top this morning. Those wonderful lat pull downs, so the latimus dorsi muscles running down the side of the back, and of course we get the shoulders engaged here. So always starting with the stance, toes in line, soft knee, lengthen up, keep that tailbone tucked under, keep the core strong, band in 2 hands. I've got a few inches of room in between my grip, and then I'm coming right up top, in line with the body, so I'm right in the sides here. Bend in the elbows and keep that bend as we come down and up. Breathing out and in. Really keeping the focus on core, belly button pulled into the spine. Nice long spine. Neck neutral, looking forward. And breathe out. One more. Good, back to the top and right into the second side. Keeping that shape with the bend in the elbow, coming right down the side of the body, and still checking back in with the core. Keep that core strong. Every exercise is a core exercise. Two more. Good, release back up to top. So I'm gonna take that band in one hand, cross over to the opposite shoulder. I'm gonna grab that band with the other hand and bring the elbow up. So one hand staying stable on the shoulder, right near the shoulder in the front of the chest, other arm up, and we're gonna go into a tricep kickback. So keeping the stance, I've got a little bit more bend in the knee and I'm coming forward a little bit just to help with that extension of the arm. Breathing out on the way back, squeeze at the top, come in. Really thinking about squeezing that tricep muscle, the back of the upper arm, when you come to that full extension. And as you bend, not too far in, just into the hip, right back out. Two more. Good, hold on to the band, keep holding. We're just gonna keep that grab so that we can have the same tension on the next shoulder or the next tricep. So other hand's gonna go across to the other shoulder. Keep the bend, tailbone out, a little bit bent forward, elbow up, and we're gonna extend. Squeeze at the top. Two more. Good, release, standing up. We're gonna work into the upper back, so those upper back posterior muscles, taking the band in hand about shoulder distance apart, a little bit more is okay. Hands are gonna face down, palms facing down, and we're just gonna grab onto that band at shoulder height, Keep that focus in the posture, long upper body. The shoulders are still rolled back and down. The neck is long, the tailbone is tucked under, and the core is contracted. And at shoulder height, we're coming out, band to chest, and come back in. Focusing on those upper back muscles. Squeeze and release. Shoulders, back, arms, all working here. Keep the breathing. One more. And then come back to your beginning position. We're going to pick one diagonal side and the same thing. Open up, extending fully, and release. Feeling this side in both arms, but particularly in that upper shoulder. And again, into those upper back posterior muscles. We want to make sure to be in our best posture when we're strengthening so that we can strengthen the body to improve the posture. Two more. And back to neutral. We're going to reset at the center for two. So straight open. And again. Come back to neutral. And second side. Here we go. One more. Oh yes, back to neutral, and last two at center. Oh, very nice. Okay, release the band. I'm going to put the band down. We're going to give the upper body a break and focus into the lower body, starting with some side-to-side squats. So I'm going to start with a narrow stance. Nice deep breath, lengthen up through the body, keep the upper body long and the shoulders back and down. And we're gonna step out to one side, come down into a squat, squeeze up, step back together, alternate sides. Second side, come down into the squat, push into the heels, squeeze the pelvis and the thighs at the top, step back together. Side to side, breathing in, breathing out as you come up, squeeze at the top. Just two more. Good. Keep up on this one. I'm going to narrow the stance again. And I'm going to be doing some straight leg glute lifts. So standing up tall, again, this is one where you may want some extra balance. So a chair or a counter may be helpful. Find myself a good piece of flat ground. Okay, lengthen up through the upper body, keep that posture long, and then I'm going to take a single leg, foot stays neutral, toes pointed forward, and I'm going to come straight back and in. Breathing out and in. I got to look forward on this one or I'll lose my balance. Okay. Really using the glute, lift that leg, squeeze at the top, and come in. 2 more. Good. Switching sides. Get ready, and here we go. Same thing. Squeeze at the top and release. Two more. Good. Coming back, we're going to go back to the band. So when you're working your strength and you're increasing your strength, or you're increasing your endurance, and you're becoming stronger, we really want to focus on muscle groups and really take them beyond their regular capabilities so that they create more muscle, grow, and are prepared for the extra load next time. So that's what the goal is when we're doing the strength training. So in that spirit, we're going to go back and do those first upper body exercises again to really take those muscle groups beyond their regular capacity and help them increase for next time. Okay, so finding that space in the stance, soft knee, tailbone tucked under, lengthen up, shoulders back and down, strong core, and I'm coming up a few inches in between the hands, band up overhead. I'm going to start on the opposite side this time, so breathing out and in. Keep the shape in the elbow all the way through. Last 2 on this first side. Coming up top, right into that second side. Check in with your core, keep that focus, pulling the belly button in and up towards the spine. Last one. Good, all the way back up top, and then bring the arms down. Just give the shoulders a little shake. We're going to take the band in one hand, cross over to that second shoulder, just in that indent. We're going to hold it there, bend the knees a little bit more, stick the tailbone out, keep the core focused, and a nice long spine and neck, and then elbow up and squeeze that tricep, release. Squeeze, release. Two more. Good, come up. Hold on to the band. We're just going to switch the arms around. Other hand into the other shoulder. Bend the knees, tailbone out, elbow up, and even them out. In and out. Breathe in and out. Last one. Great, come back up. We're gonna release the band and take a wider hold of it, about shoulder width. We're back up into those upper back postural muscles. That first round, I was feeling it, so get ready for the second. Nice soft knee, tailbone tucked in, long spine, shoulders back and down. And we're gonna take the band out front and open out to the sides to start. Really paying attention to those upper back muscles. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, release with control. Back to center, pick the first diagonal, and here we go for 8. And 4 more. Last one. Good, come back in. Reset, and here we go for 2 and 1. Okay, stay with me here, one more side. And of course, you're doing what feels good. If you need to stop, stop. We're gonna come out to that second diagonal for 8. Two more. Oh, yes. Come back to center. Let's reset. Last 2. Oh, yes. Great. Release the band. Put it down to the side. Let's go into another round of squats. We're going to keep them in one place this time. Find the weight in the heel. Come down. And press into that heel. Come up. Squeeze everything at the top. Pushing the pelvis forward. We're trying to keep the upper body as vertical as possible. It is natural to hinge forward a bit. We're really looking at that upward position. Four more. Good. Stay up on this one. Into those glutes once again. So finding balance. And we're coming out. And in. Straight leg. Toes stay forward. Squeeze the glutes. Two more on the first side. Good. Come back to center. Let's go into that second side. Here we go. Well, that sun's coming up. Two more. Good. Release back down. Okay, we're gonna do one more exercise. We're gonna finish this standing routine with some standing core work, and then we'll move into some stretch. So, a couple different movements, and of course you're doing what you can. I'm going to start with taking the hand up to the ear. I just need a sip of water actually. Okay. Hand up to the ear. We're going to bring the knee up and down for 4. And then other hand to the other ear, and we're going to come across. Same knee. To the side again. Feeling those side abdominals crunch down, and then across. Coming all the way open at the top. Back to the side. And across. One more round on this side. And good. Stay up. Second side. Here we go. Starting with same elbow, same knee for 4. Across. Same side. And across. Same side. And across. One more round. Good stuff. Okay, stand up. We're going to move into the stretch. So I'm going to start with a nice bend over. So we're going to be working in that lower back, and we're going to release into the sides of the lower back. So I'm going to find my stance, wide, about shoulder distance or a little bit more. And then nice long arms, I'm going to fold forward over the legs. Let the arms come down and be heavy, reaching for the ground. You can start to push the knees back and just breathe here. Reach up, grab the elbows, add that extra weight into the stretch, releasing the lower back. And then we're going to take the arms and come over to one leg. So feeling a stretch down the opposite lower back. Breathe here. Come back through center. Take a breath at center. And then coming over the second leg. Taking the arms over the leg. Nice equal stretch down to the opposite side back. Come back through center. Hang into the center. One more big breath. And let the hands come down. See if you've gotten any closer to the earth or to the floor. Then we're going to roll up. So stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Keep the belly button pulled in. Keep the head and shoulders down to last. And then stack them up. Come right up. Roll the shoulders back and down again. And nice long spine, long neck. We're going to push the pelvis forward, extending the head and shoulders back. and come back up to standing. I'm still in a wide-ish stance. I'm even going to widen it a little bit more, and I'm going to come up over the side, let the other arm slide down the leg, and stretch through the side of the body. Release, come all the way through, and right into the second side. Stretching through the body. I'm holding the sunrise. Oh, that feels lovely, good, all through the center of the body. We're gonna come down a little bit into the legs, come bending one leg, other leg is straight. Nice stretch into the inner thigh. And come all the way through into the second side. And come up. I'm going to turn both feet one way and press the back foot down, stretching out the calf. And pressing that hip forward, so I've got a nice opening happening through that back leg hip. Release, come all the way around, turning the feet in the other direction, starting with pushing the heel down, stretching into the back of the leg, especially the calf. Still tall on top, and then we're pushing into that hip again. And release, coming forward. We're going to narrow the stance as we move into the quad stretch, the front of the thigh. Balancing as well here. Grab the foot, press the hip forward. Nice, steady breathing. And release that first side. Let's go into the second quad stretch. Second foot, other balance, more balance. Good, release the second foot. One heel in front, bend the back leg. Toes are flexed in towards me. Hips and shoulders square as I hinge forward over that leg. Sliding down the leg to the ankle or to the toes. I'm gonna hold here. Using the breath to help with the stretch. I'm breathing in to lengthen through the upper body, through the spine. And breathing out to deepen and come lower into the stretch. Release on the first side, coming up, right into the second. Heel forward, bending the back knee, toes flexed in, squared off, and coming forward over the leg. Sliding the hand down towards the ankle or the toes. And breathing again, in for length and out to increase the twist, or to increase the stretch. I use the same breath for spinal twists. And standing back up, lengthening through the spine, keeping that core focus. We're going to just loosen up, speaking of spinal twists, through that lower spinal area and right up into the neck actually. So nice long spine and we're going to twist over and back. Letting the arms fly loose, gravity taking them side to side and coming all the way into the neck. So we're looking over the shoulder. Two more. Nice, bring it back to center. Coming up the body, let's go into the arms, hands together at shoulder level. And we're gonna open up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe here. Release, bring one arm across and hug the shoulder in. Let the back of the shoulder and the upper back relax into the stretch. And release into the second side, swing the arm across. Release the second side, hand up above the head. Walk the fingers down the back and then increase tricep stretch. Beautiful. Release, second side, same thing, increase. Release both arms down. Let's roll the shoulders forward. And then pause at the bottom and nice big shoulder rolls back. Really opening up through the chest, feeling the muscles in the back. One more. Oh, lovely. Okay, coming up into the neck, we're going to take our time with a couple circle rolls, one in each direction. The goal here being to create an opposing stretch on the opposite side of the neck in the entire circle. So let's start with just bringing the chin down to the chest. Let the back of the neck be long. Have a breath. And then start nice and slowly, one direction, keeping the body long, just the neck here. We're looking for that opposite stretch at each point of the circle. When you come to the end of your first circle, start one in the opposite direction. Keep the upper body long and the core connected. And then lift up at the end. We're going to finish with the chin up to the sky. Good. Release. The sun is just about over the trees. It looks like it's still rising in the picture to me, but just about up. We're going to finish with 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. Lifting up. And breathing out. Thank you for joining me. Keep the focus on that posture with the shoulders back, the chest up, the core connected throughout your day, and you'll really start to feel the results of the work you're putting in. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.